There we go. Should be
Kan du
live
huske
now.
dit allerførste?
So, gotta quickly open everything. There we go. There's it. Maybe just a bit too loud, but there we go. Now that should be running. Oh, that was a quick pairing. I'm paired already. So hello there, Nick Clay Tonard. Okay, so where did we... That is not correct at all. 6 plus 2 and... Why is that? No, it doesn't do it. How about... No, it doesn't either. Wait a second, is it? I think I know where all of my problems are. With the carries. I think it's because of the order I do it in. Yep, I start at 0 and 0 is 1 to the left, so I gotta start at the greater one of these. So that greater than that. If that is true, it should be dig1 that count. No, then it should be dig2 that count. Otherwise it should be digit1 dot count. This way it's always the smaller one, bigger than 0. And I minus minus. It should also be these -1. Now let's just clean this up a bit. There we go. Wait a second, so how did I check that? Okay, so I check that by doing... Okay. Okay, that's better. That's a lot better. How about this one? So 2 and 5 does not have that. 5 and 5 does. Okay, where could that problem be? The problem could be that it does not have enough spaces. How about 2? The problem could still be that it does not have enough spaces. What if I add... Wait a second. Why did those get removed? Let's try this again. 254 plus 254 equals... So for the 8, it goes down there. Why do I do this? So this will be less than 9. Whereas up here I want to print the same, but greater than 9. So now it only checks for 11. How would this be 11 anyways? That only checks for 10. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. Yes, that makes sense. How about... Oops, 25 plus 25. No. 25, 25 plus 25, 25. So 5 is less than 9, 10 is greater than 9. That's true as well. So problem is that it did not add any after. Oh, this is the result, of course. Carry. Maybe I should actually just do this by offsetting this a little bit. So if I set left to like 15 instead? No, it's the right. Let's set this like 15. 25. 22, 20. Yep, 20 seems to be fine. Here we go. That's me. So yeah, that seems good. How about if I do 55 plus 55? So it only does it for the first. Yes, that's good as well. If I added another one, it would be over. This, wouldn't it? No. So, if I set the font size in these to 16, then it should be double of the carry. Okay, that's great. Maybe I should move that just a tad. So let's get back to 25. Check if this is right. Bit too much. 22.5 seems to be fine. That's still fine. Yes, so 22.5. So yeah, now I have this set up. Two seconds right here. Okay, so let's go to subtractions now, shall we? Okay, so let's say that I have 555, subtract 323, something like that. That would be equal to No, that's actually not a great example. Let's do that minus that. No, like that. That would be equal to, so 7, then we have 4, 6, and 6, 1, then we have 5, 4, 2, so 3, then 1. Okay, so now whenever I hold my cursor over this, so if we hold my cursor over this, then I would want it to first of all be set up like this, which it already does. So then it should say 3 minus 7. For that I need to do this. So that's setting 1 to the carry, and then this is equal to 6, which it already does. Then this, that, which is 5, and then 1. So how would I do this? What I really need to do is, so let's take this again. Hello, Hawkeyes. Welcome to the stream. I'm currently making a calculator that can set things up like this. I just got finished with the addition, so... Oh! Hello! Currently I'm working on a calculator, as I said. Let's give me a addition piece. Give me something to add together with a lot of carries. No, with a lot of carries, that's not interesting at all. But then you see down here it puts it up, so it's 1 plus 1 equals 2. Let's get a more interesting one. So 976 plus 589. Let's take this. So you see how it puts them up, so there are carries and stuff. There are carries up there, and it sets everything up as it's supposed to be. Currently I have it working for the addition. I'm just working on the subtraction right now, so I'm beginning to like dive deep into how I would theoretically do this, then coding it. So yeah. I can also just show here that if I do, let's say I do this, then you can see that I can hover over the plus or the addition, and it will set up that piece. If I do it over the subtraction, it will set up that. I'll play RS once I'm done with this, but I like to see programming as a job and do it for at least 1 hour per day, so I can kind of prepare for when I get older. Otherwise I just won't have the, I don't know what you would say, like inspiration to do it, to keep doing it. So I stream this once every day for at least an hour. But like in 45 minutes I'll stream some RS. So what do I need to do? First of all, we need the 423 and 267 to be split up into digits. I already know how it's actually. Currently I have it set up like this. So first I need to split this up into digits. I already have that working, so I have the 3 and the 7. The 2 and the 6, and let's 4 and the 2. I already have it like that, so that would be then these are all separated. So I guess I gotta like subtract these. So in this case it would be -4. Then I would say if this is negative. Oh, by the way, I also have, so I don't need to touch that at all. So I guess I would say this is equal to -4. If it is less than 0, so -4 less than 0, then it means that it's negative. Once I have detected that it's negative, I want to borrow from this. So I guess I do have a way to do that. So I would borrow from this and then put 1 into the carry. If that's not put 1 into the carry, then I'll do the same as for addition and add 2 spaces instead. So either this or this, depending on if it's less than 0 or bigger than 0. Bigger than or equal to 0. And the same goes for that. How would I make that though? That's where I'm really running into questions. I actually have an idea. Maybe if I do slashes. So there's actually 2 texts here, and it will be a slash if there's nothing. Could do that. But then I also gotta check if it's the last. Don't do anything at all. I also got a no on this. So kind of like the last one, I got a no on this if there was one subtracted up here. Because if there were, then I would have to subtract one from the result as well. So let's say this is equal to like -5. No, now I'm doing it already. This is equal to -4. Then because this is less than 0, it should be -1 again, so actually equal to -5. And then just do the same for that. So I guess let's start programming. So in subtract, first of all I want to get the digits. I actually want somewhat the same as this. So I loop over everything from the start. I actually want to loop over everything Wait a second, so up here. Yeah, I want to label it from this in the same way. Bigger than 0, yes. Okay. Now this should be called borrow instead, and should be a... Yeah, I guess a int again. This will be almost the same actually. Actually, this will be really close to being the same. So I gotta check if they subtracted are equal or less than 0. If they are less than 0, I'll just change this to less than 0. Then that's gotta have 1, yes. And then I'll borrow if, however, these are bigger than or equal to 0. Okay, so now for one more change, subtract on this. Want to cover this, this should be borrow. Slash. This should be borrow carry. So let's just put a 1 in there. But actually, did I change these? No. So 16 and for the borrow carry I gotta use 8 and write 22.5. So for the borrow slash, this gotta be moved in. So around 18. So now this gotta have a so now for wait what borrow carry borrow slash that text equals s dot replace. So I'll replace all ones with ones with slash. Let's check if this works. Oh, I gotta do this. Slash borrow carry. So let's do 65 minus 58. Almost working, but borrow carry should be moved a bit. So let's do 51 minus 28. Borrow carry should be about 16. Oh, too far. 15. Is good, I guess. Let's do something really, a really fancy calculation. So 555 plus 555. Okay, so one problem there. So the problem is it wants to borrow here. Why does it even care about that? Wait, no, that's not the problem. Problem is when it wants to borrow more than once. Okay, so in this case it should actually take this and switch it out with this. There we go. So I actually don't have anything to do now. How this is done for at least a little bit. Yep. Well, one of the reasons why I started learning to program was actually to make a calculator that could do this. I guess thing. It's not my only childhood dream, but one of them. have been to have a calculator like this. I think I'll go offline like, I don't know, 7 minutes or so, and then I'll go live again with some RuneScape. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Yep, I'm from Denmark. Welcome to the stream, double ties. Welcome to the stream. Yep. Are you from Denmark too? Well, I'm actually about to end the programming stream right now because I'm actually done with what I had to do today. I don't really have anything else to work on today, so yep. That's pretty obvious because for a Danish person it's really hard to get away with their Danish accent. But yesterday someone actually came into the stream and asked if I were British, so I took that as a big compliment. But no, I'm not from Denmark. Or I'm not from Britain, I mean. You can see why they said to me why they thought I was British. I do. Well, thank you for that. But there were also someone British in the stream yesterday, and they said I sounded nothing like British people. Well, then that's good, because I have been working very hard on my accent over the past year. I just finished 9th grade, and in 8th grade, on the, year exams, I guess. On my, exams, for 8th grade, one of the things that they told me was that my accent was not that great. It was very easy to hear I was from Denmark, so I worked on my accent for over a year. And that's also why I started recording videos and live streaming to work on my accent, speak English every day and get used to it. Well, I'm gonna stop the stream now, because actually I can just quickly show you what this is if you want to know, but otherwise I'm probably gonna stop the stream and then I'll be back with some RuneScape in like 5 minutes or so. But if you quickly want to see this project, then I sure can. That's a way to do it as well. I guess the reason I sound British is because I have a lot of British friends. Okay, so it's a calculator that sets things up for you, like with carries and stuff like that. So give me a fancy calculation that requires a lot of carries and, you know, calculations in between, stuff like that. I can just quickly show you one. So 25 plus 25, you see there, it has a carry. come up with a fancy calculation that requires a lot of that stuff. Okay. Well, it takes some time to write in though, since I don't have a keyboard installed on this yet. 37344 plus 2911 subtract 59111 add 119332 subtract 2 equals. Okay, so if we say plus or add first, then you can see that 37,344 plus or added 2,911. There's one carry, so it sets everything up for you like that. For the subtraction, that's not fancy enough, dude. But for the subtraction, it would also set it up like this. And like making a calculator like this is actually the reason why I started to learn programming in the first place, or at least one of the reasons. But yeah, if you want to chill and hang out, then you can join my Discord. But yeah, I guess that was it, unless someone has a final question for me. I'm actually supposed to stream this for 1 hour a day, but I have only been live for 40 minutes now. But it's just, I'm done with what I had to do today. So I started in 7th grade, but that wasn't anything serious. Oops. Like we had a school after the main school was done, like in our spare time, where we could go and learn programming, but I didn't learn anything. It was just like the teacher wrote some lines of code on his screen, and then we wrote the same lines. None of us actually knew what they were. I don't know why I did that. But I started learning how to program December 2 years ago. So I've been programming for, I guess, 1.5 years. I started programming in Scratch. I started programming in this. And just quickly log in for you. And then, like, it's actually funny because last year, some of the teachers from my school started being very, very interested in programming. So they started having programming classes for the younger students on my school. So I made this to learn them how to program Flappy Bird, because some of them had problems about that. So I programmed Flappy Bird, and then I helped them do it too. But yeah, to answer the question shortly, I've been programming for around 1.5 years. Well, I would highly recommend you to learn Unity. If you know C#. If it wouldn't be Unity, then you should learn Unreal Engine. I would explain it like this. For beginners, so Unity, let's say that we have, I gotta fix this quickly. There we go. So if we have Unity up here, at the start, Unity is very easy to learn. So if we have a curve here, this is time, this is skill, so S. At the start, Unity is very steep. You learn a lot of skill in almost no time. Then it slows down a bit, and you cannot actually make anything that great with Unity. Like, it's hard to make anything look that great in Unity. But then once you learn that, you go a little hump, and then you have learned everything. But no one actually ever makes it past this jump. Unreal, I would explain like this. At the start, it is very hard, and you grow your skill set very slow. But then at some point, you just learn it extremely fast, and you get really, really good at it, faster and faster and faster. So, in the long run, I would probably go with Unreal, but for starters, I would go with Unity anyways, since like the learning curve at the start is the most important, unless you want to get like with Unreal. I stopped when I was around this point. Why does this not work? Oh. I stopped around this point with Unreal. I just couldn't get past that. I didn't think I learned enough, so that's why I stuck with Unity. Even though I actually started programming in Unreal, or in C++, which is Unreal's language. But I would rather learn a lot faster at the start and then go with Unity instead. So I would recommend Unity because you learn it a lot easier at the start, but I mean, like, I would do some research if I were you and learn what you should go with. Oh, someone just followed. Thank you, Double T size. Or Double Ties. Double, I guess I'll just call you. By the way, I usually stream game dev at least once per day, for at least an hour. They have been a bit different though. I have been streaming for 48 minutes now. But yeah, I'm going off now. I'll come back later with some RuneScape. Oh, so your name is Lucas. One of my best friends' name is Lucas. Well, see ya!